Hey guys, it's Bruno
and Seth
with another episode of Flytec Computers Tycon Tuesdays. Today we want to talk a little bit about the TPDIN-MONITOR-WEB3. And Seth, this is a device that we sell a ton of. We got a lot of customers always asking for it, and we get a lot of different solutions for it. So what I understand from this, it's basically a device that you can log into it and control stuff.
Correct.
Right. Can you explain a little bit about how it works, what it can do? We have all these kind of DC connectors here, maybe some solutions that you've seen out in the field. So tell us a little bit about this TPDIN web monitor, please.
You got it. So this allows you, like you said, allows you to remotely monitor and control your equipment. So you're sitting at your computer, you've got a site 40 miles away.
Okay.
You want to reboot your cameras or your access point, right?
Got it.
But you don't want to drive out there to do that.
Well, it might be a fun drive.
It might be, but it might also be, we've had customers that have it at a mountaintop that during the wintertime it's only accessible through helicopter or snowmobiles.
Yeah, that's tougher.
A little bit tough.
Yeah.
So you can log in via web or SNMP and monitor all of your equipment. This has 4 relays. Okay? So 2 are normally open, 2 normally closed. That means that you can change, you can reboot, you can reset, but it means that when the relay is open, there's no connection.
Okay.
Once you close the relay, you're now powering that equipment, right? So it could be a fan that's normally open. You don't need the fan on all the time.
Sure.
But you can set it up when it hits a certain temperature, close the relay, and now you have power to that fan until it hits the desired temperature.
Gotcha. And the relays are up here?
Yeah, so the relays are actually through the online GUI.
Okay, got it.
So what you have here are the wire terminals. So you also have 4 voltmeters, 4 current sensors, and 2 temperature sensors.
Got it, a lot of stuff.
So internal temperature sensor, and you have an external temperature sensor as well, so a temperature probe. So you can set it inside your enclosure to see what the temperature is inside.
And it actually comes with a probe as well.
It does. It comes with the temperature probe.
Got it.
So that way you can set up the parameters and say, hey, let's measure battery voltage. Let's check the battery current, right?
Sure.
See how fast it's charging the batteries. So you can do all of this through the wire terminal, or if you're using one of our MPPT solar controllers, you can connect through the RS485 serial port or RS485 port, and then connect directly to our controller. So you can measure voltage, current, all of that.
So you won't actually have to connect any of these.
You don't.
Here, just from the controller itself, it'll pull that data.
Exactly.
And give it to that's cool.
But then you can connect other devices directly to it, so you can measure the current and voltage and everything from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Can you show us a little bit about the actual web interface and like what do people see when they log into it, and a little bit about the options they have and whatnot?
Absolutely. So here's the online GUI. You can access this or check out the demo on our website. We have a little link. The username is just user, no password. And
very secure.
Very secure. Well, it's so that people can play around with it, and if you make changes, you won't break anything.
We'll put a link of that in the video. So
sure. So this is what the monitor, when you first log in. So here are the 4 relays that you can set up, and you can name them whatever you want, right? You can name it fan, access point, camera, switch, right? You can power cycle directly from here. There's typically a confirmation on anything that you do, just so that you don't mess up. It would be very unfortunate that you disconnect a relay, turn it off when it's 40 miles away and you no longer have access to the access point. So there's a confirmation. So you can disable that confirmation so that it's just like, no, I trust myself to not do it, right? Like I said, and you can customize the logo, the color, anything you want, rename anything that you want. We also have the data logger history graphs, so you can see when you're getting charging to the solar panels or from the solar panels into the battery bank, right? We have, let's see.
Now, if you have one of those solar controllers that would plug into the 232 port, would that automatically show up in there already?
It will.
Okay, got it. So you don't really have to do any configuration or anything. It'll just be there.
Correct. It'll be there, and then you set your parameters. So you have the compound logistics, right?
Okay.
Meaning you can set the if this then that scenario.
Ooh, okay, cool.
So let's say that you've got a lot less sunlight that particular day, and there's a camera that isn't essential. You can turn off the relay for that camera and save power.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
Or that's probably the best example is saving power by turning
heater,
off.
Right? I mean,
right,
if it's
a heater.
not cold and you don't need a heater, hey, don't
Exactly.
turn it on.
Yep.
Or do turn it on because it's cold.
Right.
And whatnot. Okay, got it.
So you can set up all the parameters with that. So you have the network. You can change the username, password, obviously. Do something a little bit more secure than user. And here's you set your format, right? What a great feature is this if this then that, right? So you're naming your relays and saying this is a priority, this is not. So if battery voltage drops, you'll receive an email alert, but then it will also shut off automatically. So if it happens at 2 a.m. when you're not up, it can turn it off automatically for you.
Gotcha.
You set up your parameters. So let's say you have your time, ping, MPPT data, voltage, current, and temp, right? Those are all the different logistics that you can set and the parameters for it.
Gotcha.
So let's say batteries drop below 12.4 volts. You'll receive an email alert if you set that up to say, hey, I want to know what's going on.
Right.
Or, like all of our steel and aluminum enclosures have a thermostatically controlled fan. So it keeps the temperature at a good temp so that your equipment is operating. Well, let's say the temperature goes above 150 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Okay, what's going on? Fan's not working. I get an email alert to know, all right, so I need to go out there and fix the fan, right? Another application, this was kind of an interesting one, was the designer of the TPDIN. He had this at a winter cabin, and he set the temperature so that when temps dropped below 30 degrees, he knew something was going on at the cabin. He could go out and make sure that he could check everything before the pipes freeze. So a lot of different things that you can set up. Here's your email alert. Who do you want to be notified? Again, everything is accessible through web and SNMP. So as long as you have some sort of cellular or wireless connection to that site, you can do all of the control from here.
And the alerts are only via email?
Via email, correct.
Via email, got you. Okay, good. So that's a lot of the information we have on the TPDIN. So any other scenarios you want to maybe share that you found interesting?
Yeah, so we had a couple of applications. One was in the not North Pole, but the Arctic, right?
Okay.
So this was way up north. They had solar for just part time of the year, right? They don't have solar or they don't have sunlight year round, but they wanted to monitor the polar bear migration.
Oh, that's cool.
And so what they were doing is they would be able to turn on the controller, turn on the equipment through the web monitor, and have it accessible from April through September when the polar bears were moving around, right?
Okay.
So they set up cameras and they were able to set up a relay. Other application is we've seen farmers that had a wild pig infestation in their area. So they set up a corral with a camera, and they could see that when they had enough wild pigs or wild hogs trapped in their pen, they'd close the relay, drop the pen, trap everything. A lot of different really cool applications, but it's basically anything that's remote, right? Any kind of remote area that it'd be a long trip to head out there.
It kind of feels like, obviously there's a lot of monitoring, right? TPDIN monitor. But it almost feels like it gives you the ability to kind of reach out and do something, right? With the relays, like you said, dropping the gate or whatnot, turning on a heater or a fan whenever you need to. So I think it goes beyond that, right? It's not just a monitor. I mean, this is something that you can set up, and whenever you need to perform an action remotely, have the configuration and set up in that way so that you can click a button and an action will happen over there. So that's pretty cool. Cool. This is a very interesting product. I mean, like I said, we sell it all the time. I happy to learn more about it, and appreciate you sharing it with us. So TPDIN-MONITOR-WEB3 from Tycon Systems. Definitely check it out. We'll put a link here in the video so you guys can go to it and check it out. And if you have any questions, do leave us a comment. And yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get the latest from Flytec. Thanks.